50 years ago, almost no one had a peanut allergy. School children shared food without a second thought. Birthday cakes did not come with ingredient warnings. No one carried an EpiPen. Today, food allergies in children have increased by over 50% in a single generation. Eczema has tripled, asthma has doubled, and autoimmune diseases, conditions where your body attacks its own tissue, are rising so fast that researchers have stopped asking if something changed and started asking what. The answer is not in the food. The food has not changed that much. The answer is inside the children, inside you, inside a system that was built for a world that no longer exists. Your immune system is the most sophisticated defense network in the known biological world. It can identify and destroy a virus it has never seen before. It can remember a threat for decades. It can distinguish between 1 billion different molecular signatures and decide, in milliseconds, which ones to kill and which ones to leave alone. But right now, in your body, that system is doing something it was never designed to do. It is sitting idle. And an idle immune system does not rest. It turns. 3 things once kept your immune system busy: occupied, trained, and calibrated. Your ancestors carried all 3 from the day they were born to the day they died. You carry almost none of them. And the consequences are written in every allergy, every autoimmune diagnosis, and every bottle of antihistamine on your shelf. Picture the first day of your ancestor's life, 30,000 years ago. A baby is born on the ground, not a hospital floor, the actual ground. Soil under the mother, hands that have touched animals, meat, plants, ash. Those hands are the first to hold the child. In the first breath, bacteria enter the lungs. In the first feeding, bacteria from the mother's skin flood the infant's mouth. Within hours, the baby's gut, which was born nearly sterile, is colonized by hundreds of species of microorganisms. Bacteria, fungi, organisms that modern medicine would classify as contaminants. But they are not contaminants. They are teachers. The baby's immune system is born blank. It does not know what is dangerous and what is safe. It does not know that pollen is harmless, that food proteins are not threats, that its own joint tissue is not an invader. It has to learn all of this. And the teachers are the organisms flooding in from the world outside. Every handful of dirt the child puts in its mouth, every surface it crawls across, every animal it touches, every meal of meat that carries trace bacteria, trace parasites, trace soil. Each one is a lesson. The immune system encounters something foreign, reacts, and then, crucially, learns to calibrate, to tell the difference between a genuine threat and a harmless molecule. This education took years, and it required a specific classroom, a world absolutely teeming with biological life, a world where the immune system was never, not for a single day, left without something to do. By the time an ancient child was 5 years old, their immune system had been trained by thousands of encounters. It had learned tolerance. It had learned precision. It had learned the single most important skill in immunology, the ability to not attack. That skill is what you are missing. It happened in stages, and every stage made perfect sense. Clean water saved millions from cholera and dysentery. Pasteurization stops tuberculosis in milk. Antibiotics conquered infections that had killed for millennia. Cesarean sections saved mothers and babies who would have died in childbirth. Paved streets, sealed homes, refrigerated food, each one a victory over the filth and danger that had defined human life since the beginning. Nobody argues with any of this. These were not mistakes. They were miracles. But biology does not grade on intention. Biology only sees the result. And the result is this. In less than a century, you removed almost every organism your immune system was built to manage. Think about what that means. An immune system built for constant engagement, constant low-level negotiation with parasites, bacteria, fungi, soil organisms, suddenly has nothing to engage with. It was designed to be busy every single day of your life. Now it is idle. And an idle immune system does not sleep. It begins scanning for threats that do not exist. A peanut protein enters the gut. In your ancestor's body, a trained immune system would recognize it immediately. Food, not threat. Move on. In your body, an untrained immune system sees an unfamiliar molecular shape and panics. It floods the area with histamine. Tissue swells, airways constrict. In severe cases, the body goes into anaphylactic shock, a full-scale immune war against a molecule that could not possibly harm you. This is not a malfunction. This is an education that was never completed. Your ancestor's child ate dirt, touched animals, drank from streams, and carried parasites, and their immune system learned from every encounter what to fight and what to ignore. Your child was born in a sterile room, fed pasteurized formula, bathed in antibacterial soap, and given antibiotics before their second birthday. Their immune system received almost none of the lessons it was waiting for. The classroom was clean, the teachers were gone, and the student never graduated. For hundreds of thousands of years, your ancestors carried passengers, tapeworms, roundworms, whipworms, organisms that lived inside them, fed on them, and never left. Archaeologists have found the evidence in fossilized waste from every inhabited continent. Parasitic infection was not a disease, it was the baseline, and your ancestors were not sick from it, because their immune systems had made a deal. The parasites needed a calm host. If the immune system attacked them, the resulting inflammation would damage the host's intestines and destroy the parasite's home. So, over millions of years, a truce evolved. The parasites secreted chemicals that calmed the immune system. The immune system, in turn, tolerated the parasites. Both sides survived. This truce was not a weakness. It was the anchor of your entire immune regulation. The parasites kept the immune system occupied. The immune system, because it had something to manage, did not turn inward. Inflammation stayed low. Autoimmune reactions stayed rare. The system was busy, calibrated, and stable. Then you removed the parasites, and the anchor was gone. Without parasites to manage, the immune system lost its primary regulator. Without constant bacterial encounters to train on, it lost its precision. Without the ancient truce holding inflammation in check, the system began to drift. Slowly, quietly, toward attacking anything it could not identify with certainty. Your own tissue, your own joints, your own nerve sheaths, your own gut lining. This is autoimmune disease, and it is not a modern disease caused by modern toxins. It is an ancient system running without the organisms it was designed to run with. Your immune system is not broken. It is empty. It was built to manage a world teeming with organisms, parasites, bacteria, fungi, soil microbes, and it was trained through years of constant exposure that began at birth and never stopped. Every handful of dirt, every shared stream, every parasite that settled into the gut and taught the immune system the most important lesson in biology: when not to fight. You were born into a world that removed those teachers before you could meet them, and your immune system has been searching for them ever since. This is the crisis we decode on this channel. The ancient systems your body still expects, and the modern world that stripped them away before you knew they were there. Right now, somewhere, someone watching this is reaching for an antihistamine they take every single day, and they just realize they are not treating a disease. They are treating the absence of something their body was supposed to have. But your immune system is not the last ancient system running on empty. There is another, one that once decided how much pain you could feel, how fast you could heal, and why a wound that would sideline you for weeks barely slowed your ancestors down. Your immune system is not overreacting. It is searching for a world that taught it how to be still, a world it will never find again. Because that world was dismantled in the name of progress, and progress does not come with a return policy.